this is Susie. I'm outside. It's really nice out here in Juneau. We're going through a drought. But yeah, it's a little introduction. So this video will be my Haida introduction and why I kind of started up Haida Language Learners last summer. So, Francis Brown di Nanu Ijung, Albert Brown di Chinu Ijung, Andy Iskan Robert Edwardson di Yalangu Ijung, Susie Hanu di Keong, Gayalas Gustu di Kwalagan, Junos dis Ijung, how So I just introduced my grandparents who are Francis and Albert Brown. My grandma's maiden name is Hamilton. They are both Ravens. And then my parents are both Sandy and Robert Edwardson, and they're from Ketchikan, Alaska. My grandparents, I think my grandma's from Ketchikan and my grandpa is from Heidelberg. They're both Haida, so they could both be from Heidelberg. I don't remember, I get it mixed up all the time. But my parents are both from Ketchikan, and my name is Susie, and I'm from Juneau. My dad was in the Coast Guard, so I've lived all over the West Coast. Well, not all over the West Coast, but I've lived in Oregon, Washington, and Alaska. Yeah, most of my life, so I think Juneau is the place I've lived in the longest, and it's kind of the place where I'm settling down. So I told you I was Raven. Both my parents are Raven too. And then I ended it with Haida, and that's thank you, as most of you all know. So the start of Haida Language Learners was on Instagram. I spent my last summer in Ketchikan and just living there and learning things. I was learning a lot from my Aunt Linda. She's a Haida teacher down there. And I just started out using Instagram, and I had no clue how to use it last year. And I was just taking pictures of all the different words I was learning. And my friend Nay, she's living in Anchorage now, but she was in Juneau, I think, this last summer. She was doing Tlingit Word of the Day on Instagram, and it was really cool to watch. As I was watching hers, I didn't really make the connection that I could do the same with Haida. But one day I put on there, I Need to Pee, the male and female version, Kla Uk Ugan Sanagan, up, just in word form. And she commented down below that I should make a little video, and I was just like, okay. Took me 2 days to figure out how to make the video. You just have to hold down a button for like the whole entire time you're talking, which was annoying at first, but now I'm used to it. But that was the first video, and it was really fun. So I started doing that every day and telling my parents about it. They were in Juneau at the time, so they didn't really get to see it, so I decided to put it on YouTube, because the video saves onto your phone. And then I have a little penguin phone. But, let's see. I saved it to YouTube so they could watch it, but they weren't watching it at the rate I wanted them to. They wouldn't check on it every day. So I just made a Facebook group, and the group was Haida Word of the Day. And that was possible in the summer, so I kept it that way. And then once school came around, I realized I didn't have as much free time as I thought I would, so I had to change it to Haida Language Learners. And then the goal will be to do a Haida Word of the Day each day. But it's still the goal. I'm not fulfilling it yet, but it'll happen. I'm still getting my bearings from graduating college and from moving into a new place and settling into my job and looking for a real job, because I'm just an intern right now. So it started with Instagram, then it went to YouTube, and then it went to Facebook just so my parents could see. And then I realized it's a really great way to inform people of what's happening in the Haida language, just because it's so sporadic and there's not really one like congregated, like sole place, you know, that you can get information about Haida classes or Haida material resources that are out there already. So I kind of wanted to make a collection of that. I think I'll have to make a website or work with another organization to help them create a website to have a more centralized location for the Haida language. But that's my ultimate goal. I've been learning web design, and it's it's interesting. It takes a long time, but it's really interesting. But if anyone out there is good with website stuff, you contact me, message me on Haida Language Learners, and if you can help me out with the website, I already have the domain name. My parents bought it for me, so that would be amazing. But yeah, so that's what it is right now. That's how it started. My hopes and dreams and for the page is to create a website, to have an open communication with all the language learners, so that you guys know what's happening, so that you can attend it, or that you don't learn about it last minute or after the class or gathering already happened. Yeah, that's my goal for that. I also want to do more informational videos because I want to do the state of the language. Haida language has, let's see, Kegani Haida, Alaskan Haida only has, I think, 5 fluent speakers yet left. Let's see, Phyllis Umquist is down in Ketchikan. Dolores Churchill. I can't think about the other 3 right now. I should know their names, but they are all throughout Alaska, and I think there's one down in Seattle. So I'll do a video on that and have more research and stuff to share with you guys. My ultimate goal is just to encourage other people to learn the language and interact, and finding the best platforms to contact everyone and tell them when stuff is happening. I want to make this site more fun, so I think I'll challenge myself, and even my grammar will be wrong, and I might say some words wrong, but I think I want to do like a 1-minute diary video in Haida once a week, and just tell you how my life is in a minute in Haida. And it might just be very, very basic, but it might be fun and juicy. I might tell you about my relationships and stuff in Haida. That would be kind of fun. And my adventures, because I hike a lot and kayak and do all that fun stuff. Hey, so my teachers are Ben Young. I'm taking his course through UAS. I took his beginning and his intermediate, and then next year I'll be taking his advanced class. Then my other teacher is Linda Schrack, and she's my aunt. She is teaching an elementary beginning Haida course through UAS also next year. I spent the last summer with her learning Haida as much as I could squeeze into a little summer. After my first year of Haida, so this is going on to my 3rd year of Haida. Oh, and then I also took a 1-credit class by Lyle James. He's a Tlingit teacher, but he understood the basics of the sounds of Haida, so he's just getting us comfortable reading the dictionary and all that fun stuff. So that was really cool to have a Tlingit teacher teach Haida. I know some people have their opinions about that, but if people are speaking the language, it's good. So, Ben Young, Linda Schrack, and Lyle James have been my teachers so far. When I went over to Haida Gwaii last year, we went to their Haida study group in Masset, and I got to meet Chinny Claude, and he's awesome. He's a fluent speaker, and he knows the Masset dialect and the Alaskan dialect, and he was Auntie Linda's mentor last year, I think it was last year, when that earthquake happened and the tsunami warnings and all that stuff. But he's an awesome guy. He just giggled a lot, and it was awesome. But yeah, that's my experience. I am a student. I made this page just because I wanted there to be more content out there, and hoped it would inspire other people to start videoing themselves or their grandpas, grandmas, aunts, and uncles speaking Haida. It doesn't need to be perfect, like that would be ideal, but it just needs to be out there, you know? So yeah, please post videos and I'll share it on the YouTube page. I always browse the YouTube Haida. The YouTube, I always post in the little search bar, the little Haida thing, I always search through that. Yeah, so if you have any critiques, anything like that, my advisor throughout college, well, not throughout, but my last 2 years of college, always told us to build a thick skin. So if you have any harsh critiques, I can take it. Might not like it, but I have to get used to it, you know? Thank you. Yeah, so that was a little introduction. If you want to know more information about why I did it, just ask me. I'll answer back. I think I'll be able to answer questions quicker now that I'm graduated. I'm still trying to figure things out. My place doesn't have internet yet, so I can't really do Haida language learners as much as I want. Yeah. So let's see.